The Friends of Rawcliffe Meadows was formed in 1990 in a bid to look after part of the Clifton Ings, and they have been busy conserving the area since. Among other responsibilities, the team have been managing the hedgerow at the north of the Bluebeck Copse after seeing cattle escaping into other parts of the land.
Managing the hedgerow was one that needed doing, so we're maintaining the site, trying to keep it stock-proof and use our abilities and the things we've learnt over the 27 years. During the summer of 2017 we found the cattle in there, which we didn't want, and we don't want people in there actually either, because there's lots of nesting birds in the summer. So we've gone back to the old technique of taking the blackthorn and hawthorn, cutting it through, bending it over and fixing it down. The work's not quite finished yet because it needs some binding on top, so we've got to make sure that the hawthorn and blackthorn plants stay down as they start to grow, but that should look very good in a few weeks. It'll also turn into a highway for small mammals, small birds, and give them some protection.
At times when the floodplain is necessary to work at its best, the gates are open and this area behind me will actually flood with water. And to keep the meadows tidy, the volunteers use a management method called Lammas to keep the grassland well kept.
We'd graze, hopefully at Easter, subject to flooding, and during the late summer after we'd done a hay cut. So there's this rotational method known as Lammas management, where we don't cut the hay until July. The hay's cut, removed, used for fodder for cattle, and then 4 to 6 weeks later the cattle come on for 6 weeks to 2 months, and they keep the sward nice and low, which means that the grass species aren't so prevalent and there's more herbs come through, which also makes it tasty for them to eat and also makes it very flower rich.
With the group of volunteers and the herd of cattle keeping the patch at bay, the site along the Rawcliffe Meadows is set to stay scenic for some time to come. Rebecca Quarmby, That's TV.